Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews, and welcome back. Today, Wolaver's Organic Wildflower Wheat. Wolaver's is an organic brewery that's an offshoot of Otter Creek Brewery of Middlebury, Vermont. You can see the Otter Creek Brewing logo on the bottle cap. Wolaver's uses mostly homegrown ingredients from around Vermont, and everything's done in an organic, unfiltered way. And this is actually brewed with organic Vermont honey, as well as chamomile. So it sounds like a very interesting summer-like brew. This is a late spring, early summer beer. The ABV on this comes in at about 4.25% ABV. I've not been able to verify that from Wolaver's website because I don't see it listed there, but I've seen that number associated with this on several other websites that have talked about this beer. So, Wolaver's, I have reviewed some of their beers before, and this one seems appropriate for a nice summer day. So, I'm going to pour it right out without any further ado, get right into it. It's been sitting out for a bit, so it might foam up a little. Alright, here we go. Pour it into this glass here. This glass has got a sort of a red tone to it. A taller glass, more of a Pilsner glass, I suppose. But I like to use it for my wheat beers and other Pilsner type beers that usually need a large glass because of their big head. However, I'm not getting a really big head here, but that's alright. The head is just kind of decorative, I think, sometimes. I like to talk about it, but it's really more just sort of a decorative thing. But anyway, what we're getting here in this pour is a very carbonated, actively carbonated, hazy sort of amber honey color with sort of an off-white, rather white, creamy, fizzy head. Very typical for this style. Let's check out the aroma. Unfiltered beer, of course, as I mentioned. I'm getting a little bit of honey in this, and I'm getting a bit of the wheat and some grains, and sort of a slight herbal sensation. Probably the chamomile kicking in, but really the honey is quite noticeable here. The sweet honey aroma that it's very unique to honey itself. Let's check out the taste. I love the body on that. Light to medium, kind of slick. Like that honey slickness, I guess is one way to describe it. But as far as the taste goes, that honey is coming on strong. Honey from the beehives of Vermont mixed into this brew, along with a kind of a clean, slight wheat and grassy taste here. But the honey is really kind of notable in this beer. Sometimes honey beers, to me, come across as being just way too sweet because of the honey. But in this case, it just seems well balanced. It seems fairly, it's there, and it's obviously a part of the beer, and you can't ignore the fact that there's honey in this beer. But it's balanced off just right to make it not too overpowering in the beer, I don't think. A slight sort of herbal taste to it. Yeah, but it's not very, very bitter. It's actually a very light bitterness. It's more sweet than bitter. Honey beers, though, tend to be sweet, even though there's wheat in this as well. Honey and wheat, those are two natural ingredients that do seem to go together well on a nice, warm summer day like today. A nice hot day and lots of sunshine. And this is really one of those refreshing kind of brews that it's got just enough body to it to give you something that's got a little more oomph to it, as opposed to a really lightweight, sort of light beer, light lager that you like to drink on a hot day to help you burn off some of that sweat or cool down some of that sweat that you've built up during the course of the day. This is good for the hot weather, but it also has just enough character to it to give it its own kind of interesting twist when you're drinking in the hot weather. And there is a good supply of honey. I've said that a couple of times, but you can't disregard that. yet it's not really a very annoying honey. It's a likable sort of beer. It's a very likable beer, I must say. That's it. Yeah, that's a very nice beer from Wolaver's Otter Creek. And this is the Wolaver's Wildflower Wheat. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.